I'm watching some CCTV. It says it's the 26th of July 2015. That's 2 months after police told Massey there was a threat to his life. I can see him going into the shop. He's just got his jeans and a puffer coat on with a red top. And he goes to the counter. He's got a bottle of Bacardi and some mixers and pays in cash. They're all wrapped up for him, ready to go. He's chatting to the shopkeeper and then he sort of gestures, put the change in the charity box on his way out. Then he leaves the shop, walks over to his silver BMW. You can see the car start up. It pulls out and he makes this short journey home. These would be Paul Massey's final moments. Feared and revered across Salford and beyond, but with a growing number of enemies, he was about to meet his maker.
I'd liken him to a bit of a Robin Hood. We'll take the money from the businesses that have got money and we'll pay it back to the people who haven't.
He'd been a folk hero to some, but a violent and ruthless enforcer to others.
You couldn't run a tough area like Salford and the security and have the respect that goes along with that without having it at the end of an iron fist.
You work for us now, and this is how it'll work. Any questions? Of course you don't have any questions.
But on his way to the top, Massey made enemies, lots of them. And when you have enemies, you have to watch your back.
I could be shot dead any time. I've realised that for years, but it's meant to happen, and that's the end of it. I'm prepared to face that. I know the stakes.
As Massey made his last journey, an assassin lay in wait.
He was opposite Paul's house. He'd been there an hour and 30 minutes waiting.
Paul Massey's killer had practiced his hit several times, doing dummy runs in the weeks before.
He sees Paul's car pull up and Paul gets out. He starts to cross the road. When he's halfway across the road, Paul turns and sees him. So Paul starts to run.
He would have realised immediately the killer was dressed in combat gear, running straight towards him with an Uzi submachine gun.
He's fired a burst of gunfire. With an Uzi, you've only got a touch of trigger and it fires so many rounds a second, it's really quick. So he fired 18 bullets in total. Paul tried to hide behind his car, and he ran from his car onto his drive. The bullets are going near his feet. One's hit him in the ankle, and he sort of staggered up the drive and fell into the bins and tried to hide behind the bins. And he went to shoot Paul again, but he'd run out of bullets.
Paul Massey didn't die immediately. In fact, he survived long enough to make several phone calls. The first to a friend, the next a 999 call. But he kept losing signal and got cut off. When he eventually did get through, there was confusion over his location. And when an ambulance did finally arrive, it was too late.